Hello, everyone, and welcome to Power Pro Wrestling. I'm Johnny Jet, joined at this time by my broadcast colleague, DK Ressman. DK, what do you say?
Well, I'm very happy to be here tonight once again for our third installment of Power Pro Wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an incredible show lined up for you tonight with an just fantastic looking main event featuring Team Japan, Kazuya Kano and Ichiko Kano taking on Team UK, Kid Grimes, and the pro wrestling debut of Donna Reed.
And what a fantastic match that's sure to be, DK, but of course you can't discount the match that comes immediately before it. DK, in our second match of the evening, we have Phoenix versus Holden Troy. That's El Hijo del Fenix, not his father. I'm sorry for that. El Hijo del Fenix will be taking on Holden Troy this evening in a return bout from last week's tag team match.
That's right, and we do have some concerns about Phoenix heading into this match after the injury sustained last week, but we'll get an update on that later on.
Absolutely, DK.
But first, in our opening matchup tonight, we have Loba Blanca taking on Heather Lexus, as Loba Blanca attempts to come back from a disappointing opening series of matches here in Power Pro.
She has not been wrestling the return that she wanted to, DK, but I think that she has it in her. And here we see some highlights from last week. Loba Blanca looking fairly in good shape last week, I have to say, but it just wasn't enough, DK. And I have to wonder if that's going to psychologically impact her this week.
Well, you have to wonder, of course, Blanca not involved in the pinfall in that match. That was, of course, Phoenix with the unfortunate injury. But again, tag team wrestling, it is up to both partners in that situation. So we'll see how Blanca fares tonight. Absolutely
true, DK. And tonight we have to worry about the clash of styles that's happening here. Loba Blanca, of course, from the older generation of luchadors who had some level of mat grappling. It wasn't just the aerial ability, but on the other side of the ring, Heather Lexus, a student of John Doe, the first female student of John Doe in the famous Canadian Foundry. A technical mastermind is the Doe family. Some of that knowledge has been passed on to Heather Lexus.
Well, that's absolutely right. And of course, with Blanca, we have seen her going hold for hold with very technically accomplished wrestlers. But again, it has not been enough to bring home any victories so far.
But she did look great against Holden Troy last week, and we can't discount that. Holden Troy, an Olympian. I have to make a correction to myself from last week. Not an Olympic gold medalist. He medaled, but he did not make the gold. Just a correction there. And here she is, Heather Lexus making her way to the ring here this evening.
Certainly no less impressive than Troy. Heather Lexus is an accomplished athlete in her own right.
Absolutely. Again, you have to remember the lineage that she is upholding here. The Doe family have been paramount to professional wrestling in Canada in the Golden North. And we have to wonder how she will hold up to a style from south of the border this evening. Irish whips from both women there. An arm drag takedown. A little bit back to her feet.
Both competitors feeling each other out here.
Beautiful drop kick there. Oh, and a chop to the chest. We are definitely still in the feeling out phase of this match. No big moves just yet. No big injuries, no damage done. Or at least negligible damage done, I should say. Going for a strike there.
Strikes going wide from both competitors.
This is all about getting in your opponent's head, though. You throw a few missed shots early on, you're just feeling them out. You're testing their defenses. You're seeing what they'll block for, what they'll dodge, what they won't dodge. It's smart wrestling. And so far, both women have just been throwing each other across the ring repeatedly. And you have to wonder how much cooperation there is there.
Well, absolutely. Both women here have a lot to prove in this match, especially as we start to move forward in the hunt for the Golden Crown. Everyone here in Power Pro really looking to stake their claim early on.
Absolutely. And, you know, I have to say, Heather Lexus, though she's only had one match in this promotion thus far, she has looked phenomenal in that match. Oh, strike to the face there. No defense from Lexus, just absorbing the damage there. And a big DDT, driving Loba to the mat. Lexus backs off, just circling each other. Oh!
Oh.
Really wrenching the leg there, but not enough. The hold was not applied with enough pressure. And they're going to the outside now.
Just briefly, though.
That was to catch her breath. Loba threw her out of the ring to catch her breath. And Heather Lexus saying, I can do everything you can do, and I can do it better.
Those head games once again.
Absolutely. In the crowd here, clapping along, backing the Loba Blanca. We are, of course, here in the heart of professional wrestling, Seattle, Washington, tonight. These fans know a great match when they see one.
At this point, you can really feel both competitors start to feel the energy here, start to build a little more momentum.
Absolutely, absolutely. Starting things a bit slow, still in this feeling out process, it feels like to me. No one's really tried to kick it into high gear just yet. Loba taking her to the mat and back to the front chancery DDT by La Loba Blanca. And that seems to have woken Heather Lexus up. She's pursuing the luchadora. Whip and a bit of miscommunication there. Not sure what she was going for. And again, Loba slips under or beside.
Getting that drop kick.
It's a beautiful drop kick. And suplex through a brain buster. Arm lock applied. And we have a bit of a strike exchange going on now, DK.
That's right. I think both these women are starting to feel a little frustrated that they can't seem to find an advantage over each other.
I just don't think that they know how to attack each other at this point in their careers. Loba Blanca, what she?
Oh!
Lexus Plex! There it is. And can she follow up? Figure 4 applied. Will it be enough?
What a combination!
But you see Lexus being an intelligent wrestler there, keeping her back to the ropes, keeping Loba as far away as she can. Here, not as much the case. Loba Blanca reaching for the ropes. A cover, desperation cover perhaps. Just a 1 count.
Still, anytime you see your opponent on their back like that, pays to go for the cover, really make them expend that energy to kick out, even if it's just a 1 count.
Absolutely, DK. It's all about the stamina. You have to get your opponent wore down, and every inch of not sure what she was going for there. Loba knows what she's going for though. A bridge and a face lock applied. And again she goes Lexus Plex. 2. And here it is, the Lexus Plex.
Oh, I have to wonder how much Loba has left.
After that spinning kick to the back there, she just crumbles, DK. Irish whip. And a drop kick.
able to create some separation. Very critical moment for Loba in this matchup.
That's smart. After all of that pressure being applied to the head, it was a smart move there by Loba Blanca, but you have to wonder exactly if it's going to pay off or not. Moonsault from the top rope. And she's going for it again, DK. And Lexus Plex number 3. What's it going to take to put this Loba Blanca down? 2 count, but
very close.
And again, good Lord. Lexus Plex number 4. Just driving the head of Loba Blanca right into the mat.
Again, we were talking about frustration earlier. How much frustration does Lexus have to be feeling here?
I imagine it has to be quite a bit, DK, because usually the Lexus Plex can end any match with any opponent. Both of them drop kicks at the same time there. These two women are so evenly matched that I don't think that what Lexus has applied thus far is going to be enough. She's going to have to dig deep to find something that can put away the White Wolf. And underhook, facebuster by Loba Blanca. She goes to the top ropes. Looking for disqualification count, and Hurricane Rana.
Too close to the ropes, though.
Could not take full advantage of it. And you see now Loba Blanca is just wore down. Lexus into the ropes, and she springs up, and a Hurricane Runner of her own. 1, 2. A 3 count. Loba Blanca has been pinned by Heather Lexus.
Oh my, what a disappointment this must be for Loba. After a fairly strong performance, I would say, last week, she really was not able to get in much offense here tonight.
Could not find any openings in the defense of Heather Lexus, it seems, DK, but Heather Lexus, of course, is a once-in-a-generation superstar, a phenomenal athlete who cannot be matched, it seems, by anyone.
Absolutely take nothing away from Heather Lexus in that match. It was an incredible display, start to finish, good combinations all the way through, just move after move to Loba Blanca, obviously picking up the victory here in just a dominating display.
It was a fantastic display from both competitors. They couldn't find the openings. Eventually, Heather Lexus got in enough offense that she was able to wear down her opponent. That's the way I saw it, at least. Yeah, you have to remember those 4 Lexus Plexes. I've never seen Heather Lexus break out 4 Lexus Plexes in a row in such rapid succession.
Again, an incredible set of combinations from Heather Lexus.
There we saw a little bit of a look at El Hijo del Fenix, the Tijuana's party boy, I believe is what he's called down there, DK.
Well, that's right. Again, we have word that, of course, Phoenix is cleared to wrestle tonight, but we do understand that he is not feeling 100% after that shoulder injury he sustained last week.
DK, you speak to their camp with some frequency. What are the rumors coming out of that camp right now?
They're a little cagey about saying specifically what is going on. Obviously, a shoulder injury. They don't want to talk in too much specifics for fear that someone from the other camp might be able to take a little bit greater advantage of what's going on. Again, as Phoenix has been medically cleared here tonight, he is, of course, in shape to wrestle, but we do know he is feeling some pain in that shoulder, which could be a factor against particularly a submission specialist like Holden Troy.
Absolutely. And we're not entirely sure exactly how extensive the damage is, but if he's been medically cleared, of course, the show must go on. And he, to his credit, was willing to keep his bookings, and it shows a tremendous amount of heart, I think, to come back so quickly from an injury of any sort.
Absolutely, a great deal of heart, but you have to wonder how smart that decision is when every win and loss really will affect these athletes' chances in the race for the Golden Crown going forward. Any kind of disadvantage like that, a competitor, particularly one as accomplished as Holden Troy, can really take advantage of.
Absolutely. The question is, of course, will Holden Troy be focusing on that shoulder, and how much that will impact Hijo del Fenix's own wrestling ability and his own style. Snap there by Phoenix. Goes back to it, just some basic wrestling here. Again, we're into the feeling out stages.
Mm-hmm.
Troy working on that knee. You have to wonder about the. You have to worry about the intelligence of that. Of course, Holden Troy's signature maneuver impacts directly on the legs of an opponent, but you have to wonder if it would be smarter to attack the arm or the shoulder or the neck of someone who is injured.
Well, I think in a situation like this, especially early in this kind of match, a focus on the legs can help to disadvantage your opponent in additional ways. If Phoenix is already feeling bad in the shoulder there, that limits the movement in the arm. Focusing on the leg now takes another tool out of Phoenix's arsenal.
And what a potent tool it is, DK, because we have to remember the high-flying abilities of Hijo del Fenix that we saw on display in that video and in the match last week. If the lighter man is unable to move as quickly as he is used to moving, how much more is that going to help Holden Troy?
Does not appear that Phoenix has been slowed down a bit so far, however.
It does not. And a little side kick there. And a little bit of a Boston Crab applied. But Holden Troy is able to easily slip out of it.
Oh!
Parachute de Eiffel, I believe, is the name of that particular move.
For a man we've been told is not wrestling at 100% here tonight, you would not know it.
Absolutely not. He has, so far, he seems like he has not been slowed down in the least. Maple Leaf applied. Close to the ropes. Can Phoenix escapes the hold? Dragon screw leg whip there. Side leg lock applied. Just going back and forth thus far. Phoenix into the ropes. But Troy's up before he gets to capitalize on the downed opponent. Big back suplex there.
You have to figure Phoenix came into this match looking to end it as quickly as he could. I think the longer it goes here, another pinfall, just a 1 count. The longer it goes here, the more it favors Holden Troy, as he's able to apply more damage to each of Phoenix's limbs, just really increasing the pain that we know Phoenix is in.
He doesn't seem to be in that much pain to me, DK, with that amazing strength and aerial display just there. Moonsault pin, 1, 2. A close fall, but Holden Troy able to escape there. And he's wrestling smart, pinning the opponent down, but Hijo del Fenix able to reverse it into a wrist lock of his own. Quick cover there by Troy. Just a 1 count. Continues to work on the legs. That might be too close to the ropes. The referee says no. Allows the attempted fall. Both men down on the canvas, catching their breath there. Obviously, this match is taking a bit of a toll on their stamina, and you can't wonder why. It's quite obvious at this point. Quite a bit of high impact and aerial displays from both men. And speaking of which, a spinning belly-to-belly suplex there, side leg lock applied by Holden Troy.
We've seen a lot of strong offense from Phoenix early in this match. It really is starting to look like Holden is finding an answer and really able to keep the defense up strong up until there.
Just as you say it, Troy, Phoenix almost has to prove you wrong, it seems like.
That's absolutely right. That is the heart of this competitor. Again,
outstanding stretch there by Hijo del Fenix. But the technical expert is able to escape. What's this? Big body slam. Showing the strength in that arm.
Phoenix is feeling the momentum go back in his favor.
And a springboard elbow drop. He ties him up. He goes for the pin. 1, a 2. Oh, not enough though. And there's that amazing parachute de Eiffel. And a 2 count close, but no cigar.
I was feeling a strong advantage for Troy early in this match, but I think Phoenix has absolutely come back around looking very strong now.
I have to agree, DK. It seems like Phoenix has found his second wind, and he is using it to the best of his ability. Goes back to the well for the cover. 1, 2, and a 3 count. What a return bout for Hijo del Fenix here tonight, beating Holden Troy.
Absolutely a very strong display from Phoenix, especially with that shoulder injury we know was bothering him. And again, taking a lot of offense from Holden Troy early in that match. Had to be in a lot of pain with the damage done to the leg, the existing damage to the shoulder, but able to get that second wind just partway through the match and just lay on big move after big move on Holden Troy. A very impressive display from Phoenix.
It was nothing short of tremendous, DK. You could see, however, after the match, how Hijo was kind of slumped over a bit. You have to wonder how much that took out of him, DK.
Well, that's right, and that will be the question going forward. Again, we don't know the extent of the damage to Phoenix's shoulder. Again, the action in this match could exacerbate that to some degree. We don't know, and that will continue to be a concern for our medical team going forward.
Absolutely. And now we have to get ready for our main event, DK. I know you're excited for this one. I certainly am. The in-ring professional wrestling debut of the notorious Donna Reed. Coming from mixed martial arts to professional wrestling, unlike very few other people have ever done in the history of either sport.
That's right, and a very impressive record outside of professional wrestling. 16-2 in MMA, the youngest woman to medal in 2 sports at the Olympics. Just an incredible history for Donna Reed. Very excited to see how she transitions to the squared circle.
Absolutely. Competed in the Commonwealth Games at the age of 16. Her record speaks for itself. She has accolades from other sports, but how will that compare to professional wrestling? How will she transition to this sport?
Absolutely. We've seen those accolades go either way here. It's very difficult to say ahead of time.
Very true. She's going to have her work cut out for her here this evening against individuals who have competed against mixed martial artists in the past.
Absolutely.
Kazuya Kano, both of them have fought mixed martial artists.
Absolutely, and we've already seen both of them have very strong matches here so far.
Very true, DK. We have to remember Ichigo Kano's amazing debut back 2 weeks ago against Loba Blanca. And Kazuya Kano, his reputation speaks for itself. Can you imagine, DK, if we ever saw a singles match between Kazuya Kano and Donna Reed, for example?
Well, it would be an incredible display, certainly. Both competitors known for their brutality in the ring.
And Kazuya Kano with that martial arts background, the strong style being represented here against the mixed martial artist. And there she is, DK. The notorious Donna Reed fighting out of Perth, Australia by way of Glasgow, Scotland, a representative of Team United Kingdom in this tournament.
Right, a confident walk down to the ring if she is feeling any nerves for her professional wrestling debut. Cannot see it.
And we have encountered a lot of mixed martial artists who have not made the transition well from mixed martial arts to professional wrestling. They didn't have either the ring presence or they didn't have the ability to adapt. You have to wonder, accolades aside, will Donna Reed fall into that category, or will she prove that her dominance knows no bounds and stretches across all sports?
Again, the disrespect from Kid Grime.
Kid Grime, of course, starting the match out here, a veteran tag team wrestler in his native United Kingdom, wanting to break out here as a single superstar, but we'll see how effective that actually is, as he could be overshadowed by Donna Reed.
That's right, and as a tag team bout here, you also can't discount the Kano siblings here. One would assume great chemistry as brother and sister.
Absolutely. The legendary sibling advantage in tag team wrestling. We've had nothing but a long lineage of amazing tag team wrestlers who were brothers or who were sisters or otherwise related. You have to wonder if this rather mixed matched tag team from the United Kingdom is going to hold up against two individual great competitors who are now paired together.
Well, that's right. You look at Kid Grime, you look at Donna Reed, both fiercely, I would say, individualistic competitors, very much about making their own name. Not necessarily the types you would consider as tag team wrestlers, but again, almost sort of thrown together in this match, really needing to make the most of a tag team strategy here.
Absolutely. And of course, the tag team matches here are paramount because they can give you the edge that you need to capture the Golden Crown. A point lead in tag team wrestling can give you an equally great point lead in singles competition. Even if you have a poor showing in singles competition, you can have a great showing in a tag league and still propel yourself toward the Golden Crown.
Well, it feels like Kid Grime is letting Kano here stay a little too close to her own corner.
I have to wonder about the wisdom of letting her into friendly territory like that. Now he's retreating to his corner. Kano, perhaps foolishly proceeding to follow, and an arm lock applied immediately. An arm lock applied to Ichiko Kano. She escapes it. Ooh! A tremendous double team cutter there, and ground and pound applied by Donna Reed to Ichiko Kano.
Well, absolutely. I felt a concern for the continuity of Team UK here, but we're showing a strong set of combination wrestling there.
Absolutely. I was not expecting quite that level of teamwork there, especially from two people who I'm not sure how much they've trained together ahead of this bout. Donna Reed kind of feeling out her opponent here, just dancing around, but foolishly letting Kano cut the ring off there. Leg lock applied by the notorious Donna Reed. Oh! A failed move there by Ichiko Kano leads to that arm bar. Side leg lock, a heel hold applied there. Perhaps too close to the ropes, though. Ichiko tags in her brother. Ooh!
And there's that continuity.
Total annihilation, DK. Big kick sends Donna Reed to the mat. Ichiko going back to her corner.
See Kano there making the smart move. Oh, until it's reversed.
A tremendous reversal by Donna Reed. Poor ring awareness, however. You have to wonder how much that submission was actually about reversing the hold rather than actually going for a submission maneuver. And, oh! Goes for a cover. Kano being smart perhaps and grounding his opponent, but I'm not sure how intelligent that actually is. Of course, Donna Reed is a accomplished submission wrestler in her own right.
You do see a lot of similarities in the style of Kazuya and Donna Reed here. Probably very difficult for either competitor to gain a significant advantage.
Oh, that big strike, that big left hand, and a sleeper applied now. There's that advantage you were talking about, I think, DK.
I would certainly say so.
Donna Reed's able to escape the rear naked choke, but for how long? Headlock takeover there. Donna Reed not entirely sure what to do, perhaps. Going back to her own corner, luring Kazuya in. Kazuya, sleeper applied right there in this corner. Kid Grime not seeming to take any advantage here.
Really felt like Reed was, in the earlier parts of this match, having some difficulty with ring awareness, being caught in a trap, getting into her opponent's corner, able to, again, create some separation and make the tag here.
Well, you have to understand, mixed martial arts doesn't have anything quite like tag team wrestling, so that may be the element that she has the biggest difficulty adjusting to. And teaming with a tag team expert like Kid Grime could be a way of trying to fix that. Strike exchange here. Kid Grime going up against Kazuya Kano. I'm not sure how intelligent that is on Grime's part. Kano into the ropes. Ooh, a sliding baseball drop kick there. Abdominal stretch applied. Kano reverses. Ooh! And it's a low drop kick of his own there. Kid Grime now with a bow and arrow stretch applied to Kazuya Kano. don't believe the referee saw that one, DK.
Does not seem so, but I would say Kid Grime really making the best of his time in the ring here with Kazuya able to just wear him down, it looks like.
He's being smart. He's not letting him fight the stand-up game. He is keeping this one on the ground. He's stretching out his opponent. And Kazuya Kano, weakened by those low blows, doesn't seem like he's able to respond. Ooh! Big kick there to the face of Kazuya Kano. Ooh! Reverse DDT.
Very close to the ropes, though.
Incredibly close to the ropes, and the referee had to disentangle them. Double team suplex. Kid Grime to the outside there. Ichiko follows him. Ichiko Kano just working over Kid Grime on the outside here.
Just a vicious series of strikes.
And Donna Reed, while the referee's back is turned, decides to get in the ring and take a go. Leg lock applied there by Donna Reed on Kazuya Kano. The referee momentarily lost control of the match, it seemed, but things seemed to have regulated. And an Ichibomb! Of course, Ichiko Kano, not the legal woman. Gonna read Ichiko Kano. Leg lock applied. Flying leg bar applied. Oh! That knee, DK, right to the back of the head of Kazuya Kano.
Just an incredible move from Reed there. Kazuya making the smart move tagging out, I would say, after that head strike.
Absolutely. Arm lock applied. He's also got the leg of Donna Reed trapped there. Guillotine choke applied to Ichiko Kano by Donna Reed there. Donna Reed is fresher here, but you have to wonder if Ichiko is fresher.
Kid Grime in to break up that pinfall attempt.
Smart wrestling there, keeping his partner alive, and another flying knee to the back of the head of Ichiko Kano. And now, of course, this is an illegal hold. DK punching to the back of the head is barred from Power Pro Wrestling.
That's right, but I think Donna Reed here has found these head strikes have been very effective for her, both with the knee and obviously the ground pound, even with that being illegal, and she is going with what's been working for her.
It has been supremely effective thus far, and you can't necessarily blame her for taking advantage of it.
That's right, and again, it is worth noting, anything's legal for 5 seconds.
It's true. Until the count of 5, basically anything goes. Big kick there. Sends Ichiko Kano to the ground and the leg lock applied. Twisting the ankle there of Ichiko Kano. Ichiko taking advantage here. Knee strikes to the midsection. I can wonder about the intelligence of not helping out her brother there, who seems to be struggling quite a bit against Kid Grime's armbar. Strikes to the face, midsection. And Donna Reed responds with some strikes of her own.
Strike for strike, just a vicious display from every competitor in this match.
And the match is broken down here, DK. Everybody's in the ring. Everybody is fighting. Referee unable or unwilling to break this up, and Kid Grime returning to his corner. Kid Graham just allowing this abuse to continue. And Ichi bomb to Donna Reed. A cover. 1, 2. And a 3 count right there, DK.
That cannot be what Donna Reed was looking for going into this match. Obviously, taking the pinfall in the finale of just a vicious battle with Team Japan.
A tremendous bout all around. A great debut for Donna Reed. However, she was not able to overcome 2 admittedly exceptional professional wrestlers here this evening.
That's absolutely right. Got some strong offense in there. Very impressed with that knee strike, especially, I would have to say, but not enough to bring home the victory in this match.
Unfortunately not, for Donna Reed at least. But you have to imagine Team Japan is going to be celebrating hard and heavy tonight. It was a hard-fought victory, a tremendous victory. And I can't imagine the kind of talks that are going to be going on in Team UK's locker room after this one.
That's right. I don't want to imagine. I don't want to repeat what I think might be said between these 2 competitors. I do not believe that would be fit to air.
Certainly not on this program. Perhaps on a few others, but certainly not on this one. And DK, we've had a tremendous night here on Power Pro Wrestling, of course. Just an outstanding display from every competitor who was on the card this evening. I'm a bit at a loss for words, to be honest with you.
Well, absolutely. After that match, that last match, just a brutal display, I would say, from all 4 competitors, taking nothing away from any of them there, going strike for strike every step of the way. Just a really incredible display.
And it's been that way all night, DK. Of course, we have to go back to the Loba Blanca versus Heather Lexus bout earlier this evening. Just tremendous displays of athleticism from both women. Neither one were able to find quite the chink in the other's armor for quite some time there. But as things progressed, here you see Heather Lexus went to the well 4 times. 4 Lexus plexes to put away the White Wolf of Mexico.
Absolutely.
I've never seen anything like it.
Blanca showing tremendous endurance in that match, but was not able to find the offense, was not able to find the holes in the defense there to really be able to take advantage.
They were perhaps too evenly matched, DK. This was a match that neither woman was quite prepared for. It seemed like they had not, I don't want to say they hadn't properly researched one another, but they just had not had the experience against each other's styles going into this bout. And of course, Heather Lexus now joins Jordan King and Ichiko Kano as point leaders in Power Pro Wrestling in their block, which is to say Block B of the contest. Also tonight, of course, in Block A, we had El Hijo del Fenix against Holden Troy. Another great bout from both men.
Absolutely strong in the opening moments for Holden Troy, but Phoenix able to get that second wind and really just, once again, an impressive display from Phoenix there.
He did some outstanding work. I wasn't sure going into this bout exactly how well he would do with the injured shoulder. He acquitted himself quite well in this bout. Hijo del Fenix moves on. He is second only to the man called Panzer going ahead from this bout.
That's right. And then in our main event, Team UK versus Team Japan, the pro wrestling debut of Donna Reed, not picking up the victory here tonight, but still an impressive debut here, showing some strong strike-based offense, some strong submission holds. I would say even with this loss, future looks bright for Donna Reed.
I'd have to hope so, DK. We've got quite a long tournament ahead of us, and this is only her first match. She's got plenty of time, plenty of room to make a comeback from this somewhat disappointing debut. But she has nothing to feel bad about from this match. She left it all in the ring. She adapted quite well to professional wrestling. There was not as much, perhaps, ring awareness as she might have liked. And that left her eventually taking a second Ichibomb and the fall. Still pretty even in the tag team division there. Honestly, tremendous match. Tremendous night.
Absolutely, but we are still looking forward to our main event next week. Team Mexico, Phoenix and Loba Blanca taking on those just monstrous competitors looking for revenge in Team Europe.
And it's going to be a heck of a match next week, I'm sure, DK. How do you think Team Mexico is going to be going into this match? They had a kind of mixed success this evening.
Well, that's absolutely right. You have to wonder, especially, again, we've talked about styles clashes, what exactly it's going to take for Team Mexico, even when they're feeling at 100%.
I'm sorry, DK. I'm getting word from the back right now about a shocking change to the main event of next week. DK, next week, Donna Reed has demanded a match against Kazuya Kano. Her singles wrestling debut is going to be next week on this very program. Fans, you can't miss it. It's going to be a tremendous bout, I have no doubt, based on what we've seen tonight.
Can she do that? Is that something
Apparently
she can do?
She can. It's in the contract.
I don't even know what to say.
I don't either. I didn't know that was... How much power does this woman have?